The Toyota Prius, a car you'll either love or you'll hate. It's the type of car that just doesn't blend into the background, but it shouts about its eco-credentials from the rooftops. This is the new 4th generation car, and it's a bit bigger on the outside, larger on the inside, and apparently nicer to drive than the Prius before it. But whilst it tries to act all differently from the mainstream, it's still like any other car. It has its good points and its bad points. Let's start with the good. Firstly, it's greener. The new Prius is supposedly kinder to the environment. Toyota has tweaked with the 1.8 litre petrol engine, so it's more fuel efficient. The hybrid system uses more electricity than before, meaning you won't have to be using the petrol engine so much. The electric motors are more powerful, and the battery is smaller, but better at regenerating energy. Toyota claims the Prius will return a mightily impressive 94 mpg and emit just 70 grams per kilometre of CO2.
Well, if you're used to Priuses of old, or indeed have a Toyota Auris hybrid, this new Prius will really impress. You see, it feels a lot more fun to drive. It's based on a new platform, and the whole chassis just feels a little bit more agile. The steering feels a little bit crisper, and it feels a lot quicker than it used to before. Thanks to the new Prius using more electric power than engine power when it's on the move, it feels quicker than its 0 to 62 time of just over 10.5 seconds. It's also a lot quieter to drive as well. Thanks to new soundproofing, the fact the CVT transmission doesn't rev quite as much as it used to, and the suspension just feels a little bit softer as well, meaning this car just feels an awful lot more refined.
Thirdly, it's roomier. Thanks to this curiously shaped dashboard, it feels massive up front.
It's nice and spacious back here as well. Those who use a certain smartphone app taxi company will love the fact that there's a huge amount of knee room, and I can easily fit my feet underneath the seat in front of me, adding to the comfort levels. What's not quite so good is the amount of headroom back here. Now that's due to the fact that this car's batteries no longer sit in the boot but underneath the rear seat, so the rear seat sits a little bit higher, but overall it's not too bad.
And due to that battery moving under the rear seat, boot space is now very spacious. Prices kick off from just over £23,000 and rise to just under £27,500. But it's not all good news, as the Prius does have its bad points. Firstly, for those who hate the Prius, I suspect the new one won't change your mind, because look at it. Toyota could have made the new Prius a pretty car to win over new fans, but they've done the complete opposite. It's a confusing mix of angles and creases and bumps and curves. If I were being polite, I'd say it's futuristic, but if I wasn't, I'd say it's a mess.
The second thing Prius haters will get depressed about this car is the fact that the new Prius will probably be bought by the same people who bought the old Prius. And we know the types of people who bought the old Prius, don't we? They're sort of smug people, happy in the knowledge they're driving around in something that advertises how green they are. They all drive around with that same facial expression, don't they? Just like that. Now the third thing that isn't quite so good about the new Prius is the build quality. Now it's an awful lot better than the previous car, but that's not saying a lot. Now up here it's absolutely fine with lots of soft touch plastics, but further down the dash it's really scratchy and cheaply made. There's a few oddly placed controls as well, like the seat heater buttons. They're buried all the way underneath the dash, meaning you've got to take your eyes off the road to actually put them on. Having said that, the shiny white plastic centre console is really interesting, and the whole dashboard is really great to look at.
And lastly, the Prius isn't as special as it once was. It seems as though there are more hybrids appearing from rival car manufacturers every single week, and the Prius is now just one of many. What's more, the Prius will have to fight for the title of being the quirkiest hybrid on sale soon, because both Kia and Hyundai are getting in on the act as well. The Kia Niro packs a similar hybrid powertrain, for instance, but in a fashionable SUV body shape. Prius isn't as unique as it used to be. The Prius remains a car you'll either love or you'll hate. If you want a hybrid, there's no doubting the fact that the Prius is one of the best around, and this new one just improves on that. But for those who just don't get the whole Prius thing, the new one will just confuse and probably offend them even more. Click the video icons for our review of the Toyota Prius Plus MPV on the left, or on the right for our special Eco Challenge and a BMW i3. Click the play icon for our latest video, and on our logo to subscribe.